Hello and welcome to the Everything is Black and White podcast, joined by Lee Ryder from St James's Park. And Lee, have you ever seen a game like that before?
Yeah, I've seen one or two like that, but to be hanging on with 9 men towards the end was, I have to be honest, it was looking like they weren't going to hold on because the task just seemed too much. And had they only got a draw out of the game, then I think people possibly would have accepted the point, but given they had the 9 men. But there again, they clung on. It was such a difficult game, really, and I thought people like Hayden and Dummett were sensational towards the end defensively. But Almiron, that was one of his most mature performances yet. Just even with 10 minutes left, when they went down to 9, he was the one that was saying calm down. He was the one who was pointing the direction where he wanted the ball. He was the one who got it in the corner. It was quite a fantastic performance by him, but ultimately the 9 men deserve the credit.
So for those who weren't watching it, haven't been following it, Newcastle 3-1 up at half time. Shelvey should have made it 4. 2 minutes later, Ward-Prowse makes it 3-2, and then Jeff Hendrick gets sent off for a second yellow. Newcastle kind of clinging on at that point with 10 men, and then Fabian Schär has to go off with an injury. They've already used their 3 subs, so they're down to 9 men for 17 minutes. Callum Wilson and Javi Manquillo taken off in the first half with injuries. We'll talk about them injuries just briefly, Lee. Callum Wilson, what did Steve Bruce have to say about Newcastle's, what should be Newcastle's number 9, but yeah, the big striker?
Hamstring injury for Wilson, so he's going to be doubtful for the next game. Obviously, they've got a bit of extra time to get ready, but we'll see. Fabian Schär sounds like a bad one. We're awaiting more details on that, and Manquillo as well could be a long one. So Newcastle could be depleted with injuries after this game. So the fact they held on and got the points was so important. Given the squad has had trouble already this season, the fact that to lose possibly Wilson, Manquillo, and Schär in one game is devastating. But hopefully they can shake off the injuries. But we'll have to wait and see.
Fingers crossed. I mean, hopefully Kieran Clark will be back. He missed today's game because his partner is expecting their child. So best wishes to them too. The first half, Lee, 3-1 up. Miggy was brilliant, as you mentioned there. Andy saying man of the match for him. He got 10 out of 10 in your player ratings. But attacking-wise, Newcastle were like a different animal. They were absolutely superb going forward.
Yeah, first half they were, take away the goal for Southampton. They were fantastic. They were probably kicking themselves to let Southampton back in it at 2-1, but they redeemed themselves, and 3-1 at the break. People were probably dreaming of, can they chalk up 6 or 7, given what happened to Southampton the other night. But I did think, this is Newcastle United and anything can happen. So look, the way they've done it, I mean, they could have even been 4-1 up. John Joe Shelvey missed a good opportunity at the start of the second half. That would have probably put the seal on the game there and then. But, Jeff Hendrick's red card, very silly. 2 yellow cards. And I don't understand a player of his experience why he's let himself do that. It's not the first time it's happened to him either. So he'll probably look back on that one. Probably the good thing is Newcastle have got so many midfielders that, they can bring someone in for the next game with Hendrick suspended. But, you just don't know where to start with that game. So many incidents.
Joe Willock gets a goal on his debut. He's in quite selective company with that, the likes of Mick Quinn, Supermark, Les Ferdinand Shearer all scored on their debut at home. He was brilliant today, wasn't he? And you can see why Steve Bruce, wanted to bring him in on loan. Yeah,
he made a difference from the beginning. He was winning tackles in midfield and going forward, and to cap it with a goal was fantastic. I mean, Steve Bruce, he said he wanted to bring goal scorers in from midfield, and that's exactly what's happened. He's delivered, and he's full of energy and enthusiasm, and it was good to see him get that debut goal, and hopefully it's the first of many.
And Paul Dummett came off the bench, Valence at Maxman. And it proved to be a tactician masterstroke, because he was excellent in the time he did have, and he was really keen helping Newcastle protect that victory.
Yeah, he was, and he gets the nickname Paul Dummett 7, doesn't he, because of his consistency. But today was a 9 for me, and he actually, funnily enough, made 7 clearances in the 24 minutes he was on the pitch. So outstanding for him to come in and do that, and it's just typical of of a player that's committed to the cause. And there was some unbelievable clearances towards the end. It was real nail biting stuff, and had the fans been in the stadium, I think at the final whistle, it would have been something else. But I think back home they'd have been celebrating that one. Like I would say, if I was being stereotypical, I would say like a cup win. But I know that's it's not the right terminology given Newcastle's poor record in the cup. So look, I think they'll take this. They move on 25 points now. 4 or 5 wins away from getting safety. They should be able to do it. They needed a win today. They've done that. Everyone get the breath back. Enjoy match of the day tonight, and move forward from there.
We'll let you get away, Lee, before you get locked in the multi-story. You can head over to Chronicle Live to follow all Lee's match reports, his player ratings. Safe journey back home, Lee.
Thanks now. Cheers. Thanks.
There we are, short and sweet. There's so much to talk about with that game, though, and it was a really entertaining game. The first half, brilliant, and we spoke there about Miguel Almiron on his back playing with a smile on his face, and Lee mentioned there about a mature performance, and you could see at times he was going down, wasting a bit of time. He was telling players just to slow it down when the ball went out for a throw-in. He was all over the pitch. It was absolutely superb. He's like a little Duracell bunny, just running around, getting a foot in. We saw the graphic from last week when he had ran the most yards on the pitch, and I won't be surprised to see him top of that list again. Absolutely brilliant. And he seems to be enjoying his football again, and he really is a key element to what Newcastle are trying to do here. And Alan St. Maximin started. I think there was maybe a few raised eyebrows when he went off, but Paul Dummett, like we said there, absolutely crucial in protecting the lead and getting those 3 points. But Alan St. Maximin, sets up Willock for the first. A brilliant long ball down, controls it. He's into the box. He pulls it back, and it was a beautiful finish, wasn't it? A really good goal. But we saw St. Maximin. He just wants to go forward. He wants to bring defenders to him, and really does taunts them. There's loads of words you could use to describe Alan St. Maximin. Brilliant performance. We'll dive into some of the comments here. Lee Harwood, absolutely brilliant performance from the lads. So I think everyone agrees with that statement. Alan Jordan, with a performance like that, will be okay. Miggy's class, and our new boy looks top drawer. Yeah, I mean, Willock, absolutely brilliant. He's done a post-match interview on BT there, and he explained that Steve Bruce just said stick together, try and grind it out. And they did. They did. They stuck together and they got 3 valuable points. He's done a little message to the fans on the social media account for the club. Come on, boys, he finishes it with. So head over to Newcastle's official Twitter for that. It's a lovely little message. Steve Mulvaney says, Miggy playing excellent, so improved, 100%. He's enjoying his football, how are the lads? Yeah, 100% agree with that. And Richard Bernier points out a really important moment when Danny Ings hits the post and it falls back into the arms of Darlow. And there were a few moments when Newcastle did get the look of the draw. There were a few last-ditch clearances, a few last-ditch challenges. But that one there that Richard mentions when it hits the post and comes back into Darlow's arms, you could see Darlow's relief when he managed to grab that. But that's what you need. Sometimes you need that look of the draw. You need the work ethic, you need the tactics, you need the right approach, and you need the players. But also luck can sometimes play a huge part in it. Raymond Allison, massive 3 points. On to the next. Dale Richardson, great win. Worked so hard for that and deserved to do. I think they did, down to 10 and then down to 9 men. And you get what you deserve, really. And they just backs to the wall, but it was every man putting their body on the line. And a really valuable 3 points. And so many in the comments just pointing out that Almiron, was man of the match. worked his socks off. We look better as a team with him playing in what Tom here says is his better position. Just in general, I thought, yeah, excellent. And no wins there. He got Lee's 10 out of 10. Well, I'm going to wrap this up now. Head over to chroniclelive.co.uk where you can read Lee's match report and the player ratings, etc. Steve Bruce's reaction and some reaction from the players as well. Thank you very much for joining us.